Hey, what's up everybody? BDF 44 coming at you in another video. Alright, so I'm taking a break from my workouts. I got about, I don't know, probably like 10 more sets left of my squat regimen. At 75, so you do the math, going up to 100, 2 sets each. Um, I listened to my last video, and well, not my last video, the longest one, since it took so long to upload. I finally got a chance to listen to it. That's not why it took so long for me to listen to it. I just did other things. But nevertheless, I did that, and with so many good gems there in that hour-long video. And I thought I was babbling the last 30 minutes, but I wasn't. The Lord was speaking directly through me, to me, and hopefully to you as well. So, trying to make sure I do the right thing with the lift program, because the essential point is to give myself as much of a cushion to get profit. And when I finally figured out exactly how much it was going to cost to do the lowest one, it's like $285 you're going to have to pay before you cash out. That's even more than last time. Last time was like $260. So I'm hesitant. Now I'm like, okay, let me see what Uber got. Maybe they got a better plan. So it's just, the hesitation. I just said, you know what, let me step away from that and pray about it. And then come back, because that's what I hadn't done. It's like, all right, let me just go in. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Let's pray about it. Let's make sure that we're doing right. And the Lord just told me, just continue to work out. We'll figure it out. That's basically what came to me in spirit. But, yeah, man. What was I going to say? It was something that made me want to turn on the camera. I honestly don't know what it was. But nevertheless, I just want to encourage everybody to keep on going. I feel like I'm on the verge of understanding some things. The Lord told me that He was going to give me a backbone from this circumstance. That was what came to me. Remember when I was telling you I was holding the notice, the sheriff's notice, and it was a bunch of things He told me to look through the eye of it, because I'm going to see straight through this process. And I was going to get a backbone from it, put it behind my back, upright, like this, behind my back, to tell me that I was going to get stronger. My backbone was going to get stronger. And I feel that. The inner desire to do things differently, to take people more seriously, to answer the phone more, that is really what I'm gaining from this. Just like my sister called, the person I was 2 weeks ago, when she called, I probably been like, I don't feel like talking. Or today, it was like, all right, I'm feeling more confident in myself that I can create rapport with people and build upon that and be happy in that and gain from that. And it's like a wisdom and a strength that's coming about me from going through this. And I feel myself getting stronger as I listen to these therapy sessions. These lessons are helping me understand, like, I'm jumping to a new space. And now, I told you guys maybe about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, that I said this is going to be my year. And in my mind, I was thinking, you're gonna really do some good things. You're gonna come up, but that's not what this means. This means that you are gonna finally grow up this year. You are finally gonna be able to step away from the excuses that you make for your mental health and step into the position that ultimately the Lord wants you to put you in as a man. And I tell you, man, I don't think the person that I used to be should have been someone that everybody was exposed to. Maybe 500 people, yes, but 6, 7 million, whatever it would be if I were to get to blow up, nah. The person I'm becoming now, after I'm going through this, is somebody I'm more likely to want to promote, because I think I have so much more to offer the world. It was always an inner wisdom, the experience of doing things incorrectly and learning the most important lesson beyond everything else that I've learned thus far is to how to respect the wrath of God, how to respect that He is on your side. And another thing is to experience the understanding of Job. Job lost everything, but he got it back, and the got it back part needs to be believed in a lot more. And I wish I could have told myself that last night as I was sitting in bed feeling like quitting, because you're forgetting that you've already been promised that things are going to come back. So if you trust God, which is a hard one for me, trust God. He's going to return what it is that He's taken from you. And that He doesn't want you to slip over to the dark side. So He's not looking to push you away, but more so train you for the battle you're in. Train you to make better decisions. Train you to be the father that you ultimately want to be, the man you want to be, the leader that ultimately you want to become. It's a training mode. And that is what it is. You know, I find myself saying, you know, I'm more likely right now to be able to develop into somebody who can properly raise a man than I would have been 2 weeks ago. I think I have more to offer a son right now than I did 2 weeks ago because of what I just went through. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, I feel like I'm stronger. My backbone, just like I said, that is exactly what I feel I have right now. Exactly what I have right now. It's not, yeah, my mental health was what it was, but I'm not as sheepish about it. And then there's another thing that comes to mind. It's just like I'm saying, and working into the equation that you could build on relationships, like myself, trying to build further relationship with my sister Diane, so that she can know for a fact that I love her, not just hear me say their words and then not receive anything other than, hey, how you doing on when we funerals we see each other, that kind of thing. No, that I love my family, and I want my family to know that I love everybody in the family, the nieces, great nephews, all of them. And the fact that I keep up with these people and that they don't know I keep up with them is something that I need to do. I need to change that. You know what I mean? I pray for my nephew Garrett's sons. I pray for my nephew Brian's daughters. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they don't even know that I think of them at all when they're in my daily prayers. I'm praying for Lisa's baby to be cultivated properly and come out healthy. You know what I mean? Every day. That's Diane's daughter. Her grandbaby's coming. I was praying for them. I always pray for them, but it's like my family don't know my heart. They know my roots. They know my father. They knew they knew of my mother. They knew her as well as she knew them, but they don't know me like that. And that is something that is a disservice when I look inside myself and realize who I am, how much I can contribute in love and support. You guys see what's in me, and so it's like these circumstances are helping me grow stronger in the sense that I can show myself to my family, get more consistent, build those relationships that are a little foreign to me, come around, and then build myself into being a person that can go to different functions. My sister invited me to a function where everybody was at last month. I was so far into my weakness and ultimately what I was going through, my stresses, that it never crossed my mind to even go. Now, I'm in an entirely different mindset. I feel like I could present myself better to my family based on the struggles that I'm going through and the willingness to build my way out of it. And so it's like there's a strength that's starting to manifest in real time as we speak. There's a confidence that's coming about that's giving me the understanding of how to move forward and respect the relationship that has already been built with myself and my God, and let that trickle into other relationships that now need to be built for myself and my family and my loved ones and my friends, and just come back around and present myself as somebody that they can truly know cares about them, not just guess or hope or go out on a limb and find out. There's so many different people out here that don't give a damn about each other. I am not one of those people. So far be it from me to continue to be at a distance that those people would otherwise be when they don't give a damn. And so that's what it is. I want my actions and my words to match. And most importantly, I want my actions to extend in the same way that other people's actions are helping me. You know, I know my family, you know, my uncle and my grandfather, they're helping me monetarily. I appreciate it so much. It means everything to me that I turn into somebody that can do that for the ones who come after me. You know what I mean? Like, literally. And I've been talking about that a lot, but far be it from me to say that I'm in a position to do anything for anybody other than pray for them. And I ask that the Lord help me change that so that I can put myself in a position to do a lot, to pray and do more. Just the same. So it's like there's a lesson to learn here in regards to myself about, you know, just I said earlier, not playing with God, not allowing myself to believe that, not allowing myself to believe that trusting Him is something that is to be questioned. You can lean on God and help yourself to all of the circumstances that ultimately will help you be better. So that's what I'm here to say. You know, excuse me, I just want everybody to understand that the strength that I'm gaining is still a work in progress. I'm not as strong as I'm going to be, and I could always take steps backwards at any time if for some reason I get comfortable. But where I'm at right now is not that. I'm not at all comfortable, and most importantly, I'm not in a position to be confused about whether or not God is rooting for me, whether or not my family's rooting for me, and whether or not I'm rooting for myself to succeed in the situation. And so I just wanted to continue to build upon that strength, not to get cocky in that and say I'm as strong as I need to be, but to still feel where there's growth ahead and to be willing to put in that effort that we were talking about in that last video, or the longest video rather. So yeah, man, that's what we're doing, taking a break from the workout just to catch our breath a little bit, although I'm not overly tired. But I just really appreciate where I'm at right now. Even though circumstances are what I consider are bad, I also feel like there's so much love to be received here from myself, so much love to then return to others. My boy T, everybody's just helping me, man, with pointers and circumstances, whatever way they can, man. And I know they would do more if they could, and I know they're doing enough right now, because at the end of the day, I don't need more than I need. You know what I mean? I don't need nobody to drop $1 billion on my plate to get me out of this situation. What I need is the support of everybody giving it to me in their own way, and I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Let the record show that I appreciate money that people are giving me, but if for some reason they couldn't give me money in this situation, what they did give me was fruitful to me, and I felt it and appreciated it during this time. So I don't want anybody looking around saying I could have did more, or because my uncle was able to help me monetarily, maybe somebody else didn't have it like that, that I don't receive that support in a way that should be received. It's like I welcome that support and appreciate that support, and feel as if I'm loved just the same and have what I need monetarily. You know what I mean? I don't know how to respect that enough. It's just not nothing I know how to verbalize properly. But what I'm saying is, whether you're giving me money or not, what you're giving me is what I needed, and I praise God for that from you. So that's what I want to understand. Because it can get tricky when people are giving money. I was listening to my sister. She was like, our side of the family wants to help too. I'm like, well, you are. You know what I mean? Like, you are. Although if you can give me money, obviously I need it. But if I didn't need it, it's not like I'm sitting here saying, okay, when I'm getting a check, they said it. No, it's not. It's not my heart. It's never been my heart. That's not my spirit. My appreciation for support does not have to attach money to it. Money is a need to take care of things. It's not a sign that people love you more or any less. I think that comes with effort and energy toward making sure you're okay. And if it's available too, money can help as well. Maybe you don't have the time to talk to me. If you sent me some money, that helps just the same, and I love that too. You feel me? So it's like, I feel love from my family. That's the bottom line. I feel love from my family. In the circumstance where your boys doing bad, there's the love. And that's what it is. That's what I hope to be able to pay forward. It ain't that I want that so I can just be special and that's it. No, I gotta grow into somebody who's more willing to be there for somebody else. And when that's the case, and I know I'm somebody I want to be, and I know that I'm somebody that they were right for helping. And so that's what's on my mind. Be right for the help you receive by being willing to give that help to someone else. And the best way I know how to do that now is on this camera. It's the best way I know how to do that. It's a comfortable way for my mental health. It's a comfortable way for my financial circumstances, since I can't give all you guys all the money in the world, save you from your situations. What I can do is give you substance in the channel that I'm on, to provide you real life experiences, and hopefully as I run into what I run into, I share with you what it is I see. I don't remember who it was I was talking about, or who it was that said this rather. And I was watching something online a little earlier. I think it was Cowboy. Might have been Cowboy. And for those who are wondering who Cowboy is, Cowboy's from the Nothing to Something podcast. Nipsey Hussle's friend, who was unfortunately on scene when he passed. I think it was Cowboy said something along the lines, and he was referring to No Jumper. He was saying, you gotta have some substance. And he was talking about, you gonna help people with the things that they run into. No, it wasn't Cowboy. It was excuse me, that was not Cowboy. That was what's the dude? He was talking about Aiden Ross, and it was Andrew Tate who said this. Andrew Tate was talking about, look, man, Aiden Ross is getting, he was going through something. He's slipping back into some old vices, you know what I mean, or whatever. And Andrew Tate was saying, why don't you just be courageous enough to just tell people what you run into in life? How about you just tell them the truth? That whatever your feelings are, if you're scared or if you run into something, bump your head, just tell the people what's true. You give them that substance and they'll get from you what they need to help their lives. Not something that's just going to just ultimately lead them off the wrong path, but give them the truth. And it's like, man, if Andrew Tate knew who I was, I'd just find what it is that I do on my channel. But just like he said, nobody really pays attention to that substance. Nobody cares to listen to people telling the truth. They want to be entertained, and then from there they want to troll or whatever the case may be. But the reality is, for those of us who really mean it, it don't matter, to be honest with you. As I told you guys a million times, I don't do what I do for people today. I do this as a time capsule forever. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, some of the most specific stuff when we talk about, like lift programs, stuff like that, it ain't gonna be relevant tomorrow. Maybe not, but just the same, when I run into certain things, I talk about spirituality, I talk about conditioning of the mind, I talk about overcoming fears, I talk about overcoming oneself, loving yourself, wanting to quit, all these different balances. It's not meant to attract today's numbers, man. Because if it's meant to attract today's numbers, it's not going to do that. I guess that's what I'm here to say. It's not going to do that. What would do that is if I get up here and start trolling, act like a clown, say something outlandish, take my clothes off. And I mean, I know I'm not shirtless, but you know what I'm saying? You got to act a damn fool. You got to act a damn fool to attract today's audience. But the problem is, today's audience is being led somewhere. And where are they being led? Into a wall. With all this trolling, all this nonsense, it's going to end with people not really getting nothing out of it. And ultimately, it's going to lead us into spaces we don't want to be in. And then when we find ourselves hitting that wall, you know what people are going to be looking for? Substance. Substance, man. And then substance will do the numbers when it's time. And it will be left here for them when it's time for them to receive it. So that's what I also wanted to say. Shout out to both of those guys. They're successful, man. They're both in good places. Well, Andrew Tate went through some hell, but you know what I'm saying? They're famous. They're doing numbers. My thing is substance, man. Substance. I may not be doing numbers, but I know I can help people when they are ready to receive what it is I'm supposed to receive. It'll hit every person it's supposed to hit. That's trust. That's trusting in a higher power. I don't have to be on top of all the numbers. I don't have to sell my soul to get these numbers. I don't have to worry about who's paying attention to me today. Because just as quickly as today comes, it goes. Then it's the past. Now what? We got a whole new day. What I got to do? Another bit of trolling to keep y'all attention? What I got to do? I got to halfway kill myself on camera to get y'all pay attention to me? Halfway kill somebody else to get the numbers? It's never going to end. The chase for numbers is never going to end. And at the end of the day, do we really get the revenue from all the numbers that we get anyway? Are you getting $1 for every person or every stream? No, you're making somebody's company who's already wealthy more wealthy as you continue to look for attention while they continue to capitalize off of that attention. It's not substance, friends. There's no substance in it. And so for me, it's like, man, I don't have time to have a mind full of things that are real, to fake it so that I can make it for people who are alive today, who, for the stuff that they're doing, probably won't be alive tomorrow. Just be honest. A lot of the stuff people are doing is going to lead them to their doom. I don't want to lead nobody to their doom. Not 500 people, not 5 million people. So why am I going to change my attitude about what matters to me and helping others so that I can get numbers and lead people where? Lead them where? You know what Andrew Tate was talking about is that the addiction is like, it's going to lead kids to want to do what he's doing. It's going to lead people to want to do what Aiden Ross is doing in the negative light. That ain't going to help nobody not bump their head. That's not going to keep people healthy in their mind. That's not going to help people overcome these stresses or get closer to a higher power that can help them trust that they don't have to be on top of everything all the damn time. You know what I mean? You don't have to be on top of everything all the damn time because there's a God up there who's going to be on top of those things for you, so that you can take a little trust and just do a different route, so that you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. And you can do a different thing, be pleased with the lesser numbers, and then watch that faith you apply turn it into the success that you're going to receive. Because a real living God actually exists. So I don't have to chase numbers to get success. I don't have to chase your definition of success. Because I know he exists and I know he has that under control. So these are things that allow me to move the way that I do. Granted, if I would have been more successful, this and that, but I don't think my circumstances are based on me doing things the wrong way in that way. It's based on me doing things the wrong way in other areas that I'm learning. But how I approach this channel and what I put on this channel and whether or not I care if 1 million people are paying attention to it on a random day in September, no, I don't care, bro. If I'm not giving them nothing that they can really use, what difference does it make? I'm just a person that's leading us all into the same spot that the devil's leading us. You know what I'm saying? I'm just working for the wrong side. And it's like a lot of people trying to get numbers, but they're not leading people nowhere, man. It's the problem. They're not doing nothing with their voice. They're just getting up there and they're showing their backside and they're taking the money from it and they run away. Or they just fade out into obscurity. And I'm not for it. Because I know what it is that they're buying with the money that they use to lead people astray is not going to be with them for long. They're not going to be blessed. It's not a blessed bag of money, friends. It's like I always say, you don't know what come with what. And look at it like this. A lot of people assume God doesn't exist, which is why they do all these things. And they find out he does when the wrath hit. But it's like if you already assume for real that he actually is there, then you know that you can trust that what everybody else is doing ain't necessarily for you. You can trust that their definition of success or what they think is coming if you don't have success may not come your way. They can't see how the world's going to turn tomorrow. They can't see how well what you're going to do is going to age. While what they do doesn't age at all. A lot of these people who are very famous right now, you ain't going to remember them. Because they're not touching your heart with nothing. They're not doing nothing that's going to help you. They're not doing nothing that's going to get you out of these holes. If anything, they leading you toward them holes. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like you got 7 million followers, but you teaching everybody how to find themselves in prison. You know, you got 4 million followers, but you teaching everybody how to find themselves dead. What happens to them followers when they ain't around no more? Because of what you did. Guess what numbers you got? They're all on the ground. Because of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, man, substance, bro. This is what I was talking about in regards to No Jumper. There's a balance to be had. I gave No Jumper their flowers because I like the opportunities they're giving to people who otherwise would be doing negative things in a lot of cases if they didn't have this platform. But at the same time, it's like, are you going to help them give the substance within their heart to others? Because I can tell you right now, I've known a lot of people who are active who have substance from. Substance. Human beings are spiritual entities that just so happen to be born in certain aspects of culture that may not be of God. And they got to find their way out of that. Or they got to find their way around that. But that does not mean that everybody up there is looking to folly and and troll, fam. This is what we talking about last night in another video. Like, not everybody out there that you're marketing to is moved by bull crap. No, man. People are going through real problems and they need some support. They need some direction. They need someone to have the wisdom in their heart so that they don't bump their heads when they run into stuff. And nobody seems to respect that God exists. So they don't act like they do. It seems to me, a lot of people say they believe in God, but the first thing they do is lead his people down the wrong path. They lead his people straight to his enemies. At what point do we start respecting this and saying, yo, the numbers are fine. If you want to be famous, you just got a bunch of numbers. That's cool, bro. But what are you doing with those numbers, fam? You're just trolling. You're just doing whatever gets people attention. And all that stupid stuff, man. Listen, there's a market for that. And if you're successful doing it, and that's all that matters to you, fine. But I'm telling you, bro, for all of y'all who are just trolling to be getting numbers, and you're trolling to get a bag, if your bag isn't blessed, you ain't gonna have it when you die. That money that you're earning, it ain't gonna be there to bury you. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people, we talk about the spirit of Job and the story of Job. It's an opposite of that. It's an opposite of that. And the opposite is, you mess around and you're gonna have everything right now and nothing when it's over. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't trying to teach you no lesson. You're on the other side. You're on the enemy side. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like he ain't gonna give you back what you lost. You can't tell that what you got ain't meant for you to keep. And you're going to do all this hard work in the name of leading people in the wrong direction, and you're going to fall in the same hole they're going in. And it's going to be you down there that they blame because you were the one that led them there. And a lot of people ain't thinking about that. In your afterlife. And you're going to be your afterlife, friends. When you the big bad wolf leading everybody for numbers on earth in your little 70, 80 years of life while you in this body, and then you got to spend 10 trillion years being chased around by them same people you led to hell. Can you fathom that? A lot of y'all want to assume God doesn't exist so that y'all can give yourselves excuses to do stuff like this. But I promise you, before your life is over, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of what it is that you're doing. Just like I'm dealing with the consequences of things I did wrong right now, which is why I have the confidence to tell y'all you can trust God and not play with him and believe in him and just know that he ain't trying to lead nobody to his enemies. He's not. If he put you through something, it's because he wanted to put you through a training mode that ultimately going to make you a better soldier for him. And I'm telling you, if you are leading his people the wrong way so that you can exalt yourself in a very, very limited fleshy life, and we talk about all the foods that we eat that's going to kill us early, some of y'all going to know God real soon. And y'all playing around like y'all going to be here tomorrow. You're going to know him fast. And it's going to be one of them situations where it's like, man, he ain't going to send you back to get it right. You're going to be sitting there pleading, oh, God, I can do it right. Let me do it again. No, you ain't going to do it again. And that's why I'm trying to help people, man. I'm trying to help them with that understanding. Because if you assume God don't exist and you got it wrong, fam, you're going to spend an eternity in turmoil. Is it really worth the risk? A lot of y'all just don't believe, and that's fine. But understand what you're risking, because you ain't got that much longer any damn way. This thing, do we even have a life expectancy of 100 years? Does anybody alive right now have a life expectancy of 100 years, man? Y'all gonna know him soon enough? Regardless if you believe it or not, you're gonna know him soon enough. And when you get to know him, you're gonna know him well. And it's gonna be one of those situations where he's gonna be like, look, bro, I gave you a chance, you didn't care. I wanted you to lead my people the right way, you didn't care. You just wanted your numbers in 2023, and you got them. And now you got what come with it too. So for those who don't believe in God, I hope you're right. Hope you're right. Unfortunately, I know you're not. I already went down the path of not trusting God, and he kicked me around, he showed me a bunch of stuff, and then I don't have a choice now. Certain people on this earth, because of what our path is, and I'm saying this from a place of love and peace, because of what our path is, we don't have the ability to be in some type of denial about whether or not God exists. He's using us throughout our lives to lead people in different directions that are not being herded the other way. So we don't get the benefit of thinking that he doesn't exist. I'm one of those people, bro. He done already proven himself to me at least twice a week in this life. Twice a week, fam. That's why I speak with so much confidence. That's why I do the things that I do in the way that I do it, because I know. I literally know. And so so those of us who are atheists and all of that, I don't have the right to be that way. Honestly, I can't. It's almost like walking over to somebody. If I go up to the front desk and a lady's there and I just look straight past her like she's not there. She's a human being. She's right in front of me. But it's like, nah, she's not there. I believe she's not there, so therefore she's not there. You look like you crazy. That's how this is for me when it comes to God. I already know him. I already know him. So it's not one of them situations where I get the right to tell you guys, nah, God don't exist. Or maybe atheists got it right. They got it wrong. 100%. 100,000%. You have it wrong. Now, which God is which, who, I don't know all that. From where I'm sitting, there's a million ways to get to him. You know what I mean? But as far as me just saying, no, there's no God, I can do whatever I want, I got to be on top of everything and that's it. I'm telling you that he's already shown himself to me millions of times in a million different ways. And at this point, I'm not afforded the ability to be an atheist, even if I wanted to be. What I would be is a demon, not an atheist. Because you can't deny what's already been shown to you. You can't deny what's already been proven. And so I know that there are a lot of people who don't have that and not afforded that, and they don't believe. And that's fine. Like, I don't have answers. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do with that. I really don't. All I can tell you is I've been privy to something that you just don't know yet. But before it's over, you will know as well as I do that this is an entity that is real. I don't know his secrets. I don't know about aliens. I don't know how he operates. I don't know nothing. All I know is that at time and time again, in a million different ways, He has proven to me that he exists, that he has a will not to play with him, that he loves you, and he's got a war going on that he's trying to win. This is not up for debate in this head of mine or in this heart of mine. It's not something I have to question at all. And it's still something that I have to struggle with in regards to my faith, because sometimes you just don't know what he wants to do. And that's what it really comes down to. When people see me struggling with my faith, it's not that I wonder if it's a God. Is he too mad at me to fix my problem? Am I too weak of a person in this moment to be able to hear what he's trying to tell me? Am I dabbling in the wrong stuff so he ain't really trying to talk to me right now? That's what I go through with God. So that's what I'm trying to tell people, man. Like, look, we can take a lie detector test right now, and I'll tell you that if God is proven he's real to me, and then I'm gonna pass that lie detector test when I tell you yes, he's proven it already. And you can take it with it. You can do whatever you want with that. It's already proven, man. So for those who are looking or searching for God, keep searching. He's there. Keep searching. It's in the numbers, it's in the clock, it's in the timing. And for those of y'all who don't believe in God, you are mistaken. This is not something that I want to say to hurt your feelings or make you feel like your beliefs are not to be respected. You just haven't seen what there is to see yet. There's more. Keep watching. That's all I tell any atheist in the world. Just keep watching, fam. Because his will may be that for you not to believe in order for you to be the piece that fits in the puzzle that he has you in. Do you understand what I'm saying? He's clouded you from seeing him because that's who he needs you to be over there in that space. If you don't do that, then that person can't do this. That person can't apply faith, and therefore it's a very, very, very intricate science that he engages in at all times, man. Very intricate math. So it's not that you are going to find God until it's time. But you got to listen to people like myself because we're the ones he's already shown himself to. Y'all got to give it some credence, man. Especially when y'all dabbling in stuff that you know damn well is going to hurt people. When you know damn well it's going to hurt yourself. But you still want to dabble in it. Or you're not sure if you should learn to love yourself. You want to hate yourself. No. Because all you're going to do is play into the enemy's hands, and this is a war. Spiritual warfare. And I'm telling you, if I ain't learned nothing else in this situation, is to not play with him. So that's what I gotta say, man. I think I'll leave it at that. I hope this video is long enough for me to complete my workout. I don't know that it is, because sometimes it really does take that long. But I got that 75 up. I'm working on his stem. I'm working on the body. You know, I'm trying to make myself as able to survive what's next as possible. And that's another thing. With climate changing and all that, if we ain't going to improve our diet, man, we're going to see that man soon enough. We're going to see him soon enough. You know what I mean? With things getting hotter, things getting colder, food just isn't unhealthy, gas, cars still polluting the earth, now tsunamis and all different types of stuff, earthquakes, weapons, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the hell that was in Maui, y'all know I don't believe that was no natural occurrence. It's like anything could wipe you out in a matter of seconds. You're going to see. You're going to see what it is I'm talking about. There ain't going to be no question. None of us going to have no questions. All y'all going to be doing is sitting there like, he was right. Oh my God, I could have believed in my life. I could have believed. Oh my God, it was so much I should have did. That faith needs to be applied right now, man. You don't want no regrets when it's over. You do not want any regrets when it's over. Because forever lasts a very long time. An eternity is nothing to risk in this fleshy life that we only got 5 minutes in. It ain't nothing to risk. There's going to be a lot of people going to laugh at that. Yeah, right, there's no God. Okay, fine, friend. Just wait till the end of your life. You'll see what I'm talking about. Give it a second. You ain't going to be here long. Especially if you're on the side. You ain't going to be here long. And that's another thing that's coming to me. I'm getting chills, man. Yo, a lot of y'all wicked people ain't going to be here long, bro. Some of these people that's doing a lot of evil, they're going to pass away soon. I'm going to be honest with y'all. We may know who they are, we may not, but they ain't going to be here much longer because he doesn't have time for a lot of the stuff that we've been engaging in all this time. He's changing his tune as it pertains to how he wants to handle this world. Just something that's coming to me in real time. Just something that's coming to me in real time. BDF 44. I thank you all for watching. Out.